read an email. Good morning. I just finished reading the book Sermons and Articles on Christian Science by Doris W. Evans. What a sweet book. I am grateful for Plainfield and for those who had the foresight to publish this book. Besides the good I gained from reading it, it did also give me a bit of insight into what the church went through. I am impressed that Plainfield not only survived the attacks from Boston, but went forward to thrive. My teacher had had a huge association. He was straight and a good scientist, and yet the attacks took him down. I know as part of his association, we yearly pledged our loyalty to Boston in letters, and yet this did not seem to be enough. And I know others that were excommunicated who also did not survive. Again, it is impressive that Plainfield and its members were not taken down by this. Major kudos. Thanks again for publishing this dear book. I'm grateful for that email, for that reminder of what did transpire here, and really what a wonderful thing it was. And there was one major reason why this church did survive, and it was because of Mrs. Evans and her husband. Their love of Mrs. Eddy, their dedication to this cause was something really to behold. Mrs. Evans, they both were healers. Mrs. Evans certainly healed quite a number of amazing cases, considered amazing, I would guess. And that attracted people to the area. People began to move to Plainfield. Houses were refurbished and fixed up so people could live in what we call church houses. We would have work parties. We worked together in unity. The watches began 24 hours a day. We would have a watch. Someone would be watching. And of course, we were attacked by the BOD. But we persevered and we worked through that. And during that time, I call it boot camp for Christian scientists. It was intensive. We had classes every week. But there was tremendous growth. It wasn't just reading about it. We had to live it. If you didn't live it, you weren't going to be around. And in living it in that way, tremendous growth resulted. And we're not really sure if Mrs. Evans always knew exactly what was going to happen to this church, but she did have a core of workers that survived it all and have continued it. And now we are passing it on to you all. And it is the true science. It is what Christian science is. It is how it heals. It is how it transforms lives. It is not waving a magic wand and getting your instantaneous healing. It is much deeper than that. And it's just a very tremendous thing. And I am so very, very grateful to the Evanses for what they did, what they sacrificed. This did not just take a year or two. This was many years of being under the gun in that respect. And I often think, when I read in miscellaneous writings in the preface where Mrs. Eddy says, to preserve a long course of years, still and uniform, amid the uniform darkness of storm and cloud and tempest, requires strength from above, deep draughts from the fount of divine love. That is how we survived it, with the drinking deep draughts from divine love, by maintaining our unity, by keeping our focus, by our watches, and thank God for it. I'm so grateful to be here tonight to hear those beautiful readings, the beautiful music, the inspired testimonies of healing that's going on around our nation and our world. So glad to be with you here tonight.